Hi, my name is John. I'm the ranger. I work for the Mauritian Wildlife Foundation on Aigrettes. So I will have two of my visitors. I will lead them all around the island for the tour. So welcome to you on behalf of the Mauritian Wildlife Foundation and myself. As you can see, we do have some rules and regulations that you will have to respect during our tour. And of course, if you have any question, don't hesitate, they will be the most welcome. So first of all, Aigrettes is a coral island, a nature reserve. It is coral. So that's why you will notice during your trip that it is a bit hotter here than on the mainland. And you will also notice that the canopy is very low, as we don't have a very good climate, enough soil for the plants to grow higher as on the mainland. So the Mauritian Wildlife Foundation had already started a conservation work which consists to remove invasive plants and animals, and we have already started to bring back here the native species, and this work had started since 1987. So normally we are just aiming to bring back this island to its natural state, let's say a bit as Mauritius was 400 years ago before arrivals of man. So if you're ready, let's go back in time. Yeah, but actually we do have some biologists living on the island and a watchman. So the biologists, they are just doing the monitoring, daily monitoring of animals on the island here. So I will just invite you to observe our pink pigeon.
Yes.
Yes.
The big tortoise.
Oh, here is Big Daddy. Yes.
This marking sort of in the soil, is that tortoise?
Yes, they are digging.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, they are trying to dig for burying eggs.
Yeah.
Yes. So Big Daddy is our eldest tortoise.
Wow. And how old do they think he is?
Above 60 years.
Wow.
And the weight is, I will say, almost 250 kg.
Wow.
Yes, and he's our dominant male.
Mm.
Yes, he's quite clever.
Mm.
So these tortoises from Aldabra, they can live up to 150 to 200 years old. Yes.
Yeah. Well, on the video that I looked on the plane.
Oh yes, just come here. There's a pink pigeon. The one with the crest?
Yes.
Yes, she's from Madagascar, no, from Malaysia. The bulbul. Yes, introduced her. Yes. Now, actually, they're just chasing. This is what Matt was saying. They've been chasing the small furry.
Like the furry frog, and they're trying to chase off all the foreigners. It's very, very messy. Right up on the top of the hill. Yeah.
Yes, we can see it.
Yeah. It's full of spot, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah. So they go for the stable branches. Might be able to see that from under here. As I say, it's a very messy nest, that one, though. It's not the best example.
So we are inside our plant nursery, and actually this is the first step of all the work done here. And our plant nursery will normally reproduce 5,000 plants to be replanted on Round Island. So annually, so we just have to wait for the best raining season, that is as from February, March and April, our cyclonic season. This is the exact time, the great time for the plants to be replanted off the island on Round Island.
Yeah.
And actually, 20 years ago, we were doing 40,000 plants replanted on Îles Aigrettes, as everything was deforested. So as you can see now, we have really a nice forest of endemic and indigenous plants, and the animals, they are just helping by their dropping for propagating seeds everywhere.
Yeah.
So no need of that massive replantation. We just choose mainly the plants they are critically endangered to be replanted on the island. So we have a Mangine part of the island where we are placing these plants. Here, there's a part of the island where we're placing the plants that are critically endangered.
Oh, okay.
And this plant nursery had been built with the help of the GEF, the World Bank Global Bank. So as the foundation is a non-governmental organization, that's why we depend on grant received on both international and national aids help. And surely this plant nursery have lots of sponsors like the local bank, the Barclays, Hong Kong Bank and all that. They are helping lots for all equipment and all projects that we have for the plant nursery here. So we have a daily work done here. Sila work on the island. So she is quite, let's say, grandma of all these plants here, taking care of all of them. Watering, we have a pipeline coming from the Seine jetty, coming throughout the seawater up to here, just for watering and also for domestic purpose for people living on the island here. So every day they can go around the island, even on big mountain ranges on the mainland, doing collection of seeds, of fruits, taking all of them here, cleaning up and help them to dry up so that they can prepare seedlings inside this small pot that you can see all around. Okay.
So it's hard to get the seeds going. Is there any hard seededness or dormancy in the seeds?
The seeds here.
Yeah.
So normally we use a small clothes placed on the plant, just so that we make it more easy for picking plant seeds here. So normally it can be here or even on big mountain ranges like the national parks and also at Trou de Stila, the Talcasban plant.
Yeah.
Yes, on our big mountain ranges.
Right. Okay. Just with Australian seeds, we often have a lot of trouble getting them to germinate because they have an inbuilt dormancy because of very dry conditions often.
Yes, but normally Stila, je le problème avec ban plant, ban la grain. No, it's quite easy for them. Yes, yes, it's easier.
Rainfall.
Yes.
Yeah. Excellent.
Because normally, while they are placing these closures up the trees, they will pick it quite quickly. They won't wait for the fruits to dry up on the plant. That's why it's more easy for the seedlings inside the plant nursery.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah.
Excellent.
Great.
Yes, good job you're doing.
Oh yes.
Very good.
Here is the ebony's fruit. Here it is. Tiens, un verre, non, celui-là. Yeah, ouais, muito ouvri. Merci. This is the fruit from the ebony plant.
Okay.
Wait for it to dry up, and inside the fruit, we do have lots of seeds. You must clean it, nettoyer, and then they will prepare seedlings of ebony.
Okay.
Inside the pots. Here it is.
Right.
And normally on Mauritius we have 12 species of endemic ebony and 2 endemic to Rodrigue Island.
Right.
So actually on Mauritius, ebony are very high, very tall trees which can reach at least 20 to 22 meters high.
Yeah.
Whereas here, due to the very bad condition, well, hard condition for plants to grow well, so the ebony can reach only 7 meters. That's all. Yes, we don't have enough soil, that's why. So in this part of the trip, we will talk a bit about the history of Mauritius. So this is our naval bay. It is very rich with all history of Mauritius actually. This is where everyone first come to Mauritius by this way inside this lagoon.
Yes.
So this is where the Dutch first arrived to Ferney. This is where British and French first fight in 1810. Okay. The only battle that French got against the British was exactly inside this bay in August 1810. And we can see the Lion's Mountain. And at the feet of the Lion's Mountain, we had our first harbor. The transfer now to Port Louis. We can feel this breeze, this wind. And during winter it is quite strong. The southeast trade wind will normally help ships to get inside the bay, but to get outside of the bay it was really difficult. And you can see there's the coral reef over there, and here the water is shallow, the sea is shallow. So Port Louis is a safer place, deeper, no coral reef, and there's mountain protection just to stop acting like a windbreak for the harbor. So that's why it's moved to Port Louis. And this is also where normally we have the Red Cliff, which is found at Ferney. This is where the Dutch first landed in 1598. Yes, that's it.
Okay, I read about that fight between the French and the British.
French and British, quite funny, isn't it?
Funny, I guess so.
Normally, there's a funny story about this. Normally, British come back 4 months later in December. It was at Cap Malheureux. And the funniest thing is that here we say that normally British didn't know how to fight, how to go, how to sail to get inside the bay. That's why they lose the battle, but 4 months later they cheat, keeping up the French flag up the ship just to get closer to the coastal part of Mauritius, and then once they were about 200 meters flag up and start to attack. But there was no battle in the north of Mauritius. It was just a treaty signed by both colon, French and English. That's all. Yeah. Okay.